Many states are building isolation centers to quarantine people that have been infected with the coronavirus, or also known as COVID-19. But we want to find out today, what are those things they are doing? Is it right or wrong, or is there anything we should add, or is there anything they shouldn't have done that they have done? We want to find out how we can just give our own little property doctor advice on isolation centers. I am Funmi Amunega-Ajayi. I'm your property doctor. I'm a building consultant and have a PhD in forensic accounting. I'm here to give you tips on how to acquire buildings, how to maintain buildings, how to manage your buildings to make them last long, save money, save lives, and earn more money. On today's episode, we'll be talking about isolation centers and management of isolation centers. An isolation center is a place that has been designed or set apart for people who have contagious diseases and they have to be placed in isolation. Those who have tested positive to a particular kind of disease, maybe coronavirus, maybe tuberculosis, maybe Ebola or whatever. So they need to be isolated. Now, this particular building where you put those people, take care of them and for them to recover, is called an isolation center. Now, what are those things that they have done or that they are still doing or that they need to do to make sure an isolation center is well equipped and it is well designed for easy management and maintenance? Isolation center is a building. It's not just an open space, it's a building. Now, who are the people that will use this particular building? Those that will use the building are the patients, of course, the frontline workers, all the people that will be taking care of the sick or the people that are not feeling well, those people that will even come and visit the people that are not feeling well, and all those that need to use the building are people that will have to consider when you are building or constructing an isolation center. In Nigeria, Lagos State has really done very well, and we really commend them. We appreciate all the effort they had to put in place within a short time to manage those who have contracted the coronavirus, and we really commend Lagos State. Now, we notice that other states are trying to put up their own isolation center, and we believe that there are one or two things they should still add so that the place will be okay and it will be conducive for both the patients and the health workers. We recommend that they should have a proper equipped laboratory where they can do tests for people that are not feeling well, and also how to dispose materials and samples that have been taken to the lab. That should be in place, and it should be well regulated. It should be taken care of. It's an important aspect that people need to know how they dispose those materials so that it does not become another problem for those who are feeling well. In isolation centers, you have the wards. You can have isolation rooms. Found that generally you have an open ward in some of the isolation centers, but we recommend that at least they should bring it down to maybe one or two, and they should have their own private convenience. Now, these wards or these rooms should have air purifiers, air ventilators. There should be purification of the air. You know, most of these diseases are airborne. There should be something to purify the air in that ward. There's also need for air ventilators so that the air that is being taken out from the place should be clean air as well as the air coming into the place. So the air is clean, for both those in the isolation center and even when it's going outside the isolation center to prevent somebody else getting the disease from outside. There should be convenience also for the patients, the convenience, the toilets, the bathrooms, the wash and basins. There should be in place for the patients so that it will be conducive for them. Not that when they want to use the toilet, they will be waiting for one another or whatever, you know. So just prepare a good convenience for them. That's our recommendation. Now they have their beds, their beddings, and all other things that have been put in place. But want to add also that taking care of those beddings and all the materials that are reusable, we should be able to have maybe a good laundry system where they can clean and disinfect the materials that they will use in the wards. The patient should be in an isolation room with a specified room temperature. There should be proper room temperature and room pressure to make it comfortable for them. Now, in the isolation centers, we should prepare sterilization unit or sterilization department or something where reusable materials can be sterilized properly for people to reuse, maybe their clothes or whatever, their equipment, all the things that needs to be sterilized. We should have a sterilizing unit for proper sterilization of their equipment and materials. There should be a place where you can clean, like the laundry. You can clean you can wash the beddings, the bedspread, maybe the curtains, anything that we need to wash, we wash and sterilize, disinfect and clean every area properly to be sure that we are all safe. All we're trying to do is to make sure that people recover quickly, and those who are taking care of people that are not really feeling well should not become victims because they are taking care of other people as well. Water treatment is very necessary. Make sure that we have good water system, good potable drinking water for the patients and for even the health workers. We also have waste disposal. There are different wastes that you find out will be in those centers. You have waste, solid waste, you have liquid waste, you have paper waste, different kinds of waste. There should be adequate measure or adequate way to dispose all the waste material or waste products that will be used, or waste products that will come about, or people will come about in isolation centers, especially maybe when there's an outbreak of cholera or maybe tuberculosis. We should have a way in which we'll be able to manage their waste products properly so that other people will not get those diseases. Also, we should prepare culturally to meet people around. Maybe they have friends and families who want to visit them, although they are in isolation centers, but at least maybe if they can see them through a glass or through a transparent wall, they can at least wave and say, oh, hi. They are more encouraged that people are waiting for them outside. Not that they are isolated and they are totally cut off from everybody, but at the same time, we protect the people that will be coming to visit and protect the staff around. They can do video calls, they can make calls, they can have TVs, they can have things that will keep them busy so that they will not be too bored while in isolation. The third one, they should prepare them maybe for mortuary, for maybe in case somebody was not able to make it and the person passes on. There should also be mortuary or cremation where they can be cremated or whatever. Maybe just plan for those things. We're not praying for that, but we believe that if you prepare, will not be met unawares, and there's a proper disposal of corpse if unfortunately somebody passes on. But generally, isolation center it's a place where we expect full recovery, and we believe that most people that have gone there, or all, we pray that all will recover and come back home to their loved ones and their families and their friends. And we believe that if we put some of these tips, all these tips into place, we believe that the place will be comfortable for them and our workers will be well protected. Thank you for watching this episode. I believe you have learned one or two things from this episode. Thank you for also subscribing to our channel. And for those of you who have subscribed to our channel, if you have not done so, please do so on the link below, and just notice there's a bell by the side. You can also press the bell so that you can get a notification alert whenever a new episode comes up. See you next time. Bye.